Hey, how you doing? This is Heaven's Elohim treatment, and we are here today to look at our reading in our Just for Today. Not just a motive for growth. We learn from pain can be a motivating factor in recovery. Sorry, I apologize. Family, I'm an addict named Kenneth, and we're here. Pain, who needs it? We think, however, we're in it. We see good purpose for pain. It seems to be pointless. Exercising in suffering in someone happens to mention spiritual growth. To us, while we're in pain, we mostly likely sort in disgust and walk away, thinking we're never encountered a more sensitive person, but that if a human being didn't feel pain, either physical or emotional, sound like an ideal work. Not only if we weren't capable of feeling physical pain, we wouldn't know when the blank capable of feeling physical pain. We wouldn't know when the blank foreign practicals out of our eyes. We wouldn't know when to stop exercising. We wouldn't even know when to roll over in our sleep. We would simply abuse ourselves for lack of natural warning system. The same holds true for our emotional path. How would we have known that our lives have become unmanageable if we hadn't been in pain? Just like physical pain, emotional pain lets us know when you stop during something that hurts. But pain is not only a motivational factor. Emotional pain provides the basis for comprehension. When we are joyful, we couldn't accept joy without knowing pain. Just for today, I will accept pain as a necessary part of life. I know that to whatever level I can feel, I can also feel joy. I understand pain, you know. Pain is a motivational fact in recovery. So let us do something. Let us go to page 3 in the basic text. And this is something on pain. How convenient, how unique that this came up. Chapter 1 in the basic text is Who is an addict? Most of us do not have to think twice about this question. We know our whole life was in getting and finding ways and means to get more. Our whole life was centered in thinking, in drugs in one form or another, the getting and using and finding ways and means to get more. We live to use and use to live. Very simply, an addict is a man or woman whose life is controlled by drugs. We are people in the grip of a continuing and progressive illness whose ends are always the same: jails, institutions, and death. Most of us don't consider ourselves addicted before coming to Narcotics Anonymous program. The information available to us from a misinformed people. As long as we could stop using for a while, we thought we were all right. We looked at stopping not using. Our addiction progressed. We threw stopping less and less. Only depression did. We ask ourselves, could it be the drugs? We did not choose to become addicts. We suffer from a disease that expresses itself in ways that are antisocial, that makes us defective. Diagnosis and treatment difficulty. I understand pain. I just went through pain this weekend. You see, I talked to my mother on Saturday, and she's 85 years old, but she's stuck in Markdale. She's stuck at the age of 40, so she's going backwards. So she has dementia or Alzheimer's, one of the two, So, and it's sad, because my mom is a super lady, and it's despicable, I hate, that disease. It's as worse as addiction, because you're in it and you don't even know that you're in it, because she talks to me about Ontario and she talks to me about her family, and she hasn't talked to her family in years, so she has no idea what she's talking about, but she thinks she does, and if you have a family member with dementia or Alzheimer's, your best bet is to just agree with them and play along with them. Don't try and change them, because it's not going to work, because you're just going to confuse them. It's much the same as somebody in addiction, Don't tell them they're an addict. That's just going to piss them off, Help them. I didn't say go buy them drugs. Of course you don't do that foolish crap. You bring them, you drive them somewhere, you drive them to detox and say go get help, Help them, guide them, do a 12-step call. It's important that we help our fellow addicts when they're suffering. You see, I have some very important people in this life of mine, My sponsor, my wife, my sponsees, and of course, my friend, in NA, She's the only one that called me, I had many people that I know in NA, but she's the only one that reached out to me, I don't forget that, If you have a new person come in a room, okay, please don't not talk to them, because you never know what their addiction is, Always make yourself known to them. Always invite them to be in your clique, you know. May God bless and keep you until we meet again.